Bonjour fragrance lover, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can see I'm back home, we're talking about bestsellers, most popular fragrance, the one that everybody loves, the one that are easy to gift to your mother-in-law, to your girlfriend, to a lady that you don't know, or someone you're not sure about the taste. You want to offer her a fragrance. Let me show you how to do this. So before we start the video, please subscribe to my channel, activate the little bell if you want to see when I'm launching a new video, and please subscribe to my Instagram as well, because I'm posting a lot of stuff after my little video on YouTube. So if you want to stay in touch with me, this is the place for. So I wanted to talk about designer fragrance today. I've worked in Sephora, I've worked in Marionneau, I worked in Galeries Lafayette, and I've worked also for different luxury brands. So I think I'm able to answer to that question, which is, what are we supposed to buy for a lady that we don't know the taste, or it's just like your girlfriend, maybe like you want to change her fragrance, you want to surprise her, but you want a safe option. So that's why we're not going to niche today, we're going to designer, and somewhere that you can shop easily as well. So you go into the department store and you pick your safe fragrance. So let me give you some choice to help you today. So I've asked you on Instagram as well, and also I've use my own experience, my own knowledge about fragrance, and you know, it's been now a very long time I'm working around fragrance, so I think I can tell you this. And most of the time when you ask people like, what is a safe option and what is a brand that can offer you a safe option, they say Chanel. And it's true, there's one fragrance, there's a lot of fragrance that are, you know, like really beautiful to offer, because Chanel is luxury, it's beautiful, it's elegant, it's never too much, you stay in a modern fragrance as well. And I would say the best to do your choice in is Coco Mademoiselle. This one is not a relation of love or hate with this one. Usually people they like it, it's easy, it suits everyone. And why? Because it's a perfect balance of everything. You've got a touch of orange, you've got a touch of jasmine and rose, and you've got a touch of patchouli, musk and vetiver. So you've got a good balance of woods, good balance of fruitiness, and a good balance of floral. So there's not one thing that is too much, it's a perfect balance. So usually it suits everyone. Of course, these are not fragrance that you probably gonna offer to a fragrance connoisseur or a lady that's got a lot of fragrance, or a weirdo like me that loves men's fragrances. But you know, like, if you're not too sure, I would say this, you will never make any mistake, for sure. It's timeless, it's elegant, it's soft, oriental, not too powdery, not too floral, perfect. A second one I wanted to talk about, and it's still like a quite light floral, is Marc Jacobs Daisy. This one is always like been a bestseller since many years, and I know that when I used to work in a perfumery store, when men comes and asks me, oh, what should I take for my girlfriend, I don't know, like what is an easy fragrance, I was like going to Marc Jacobs quite easily, because first of all, the packaging is beautiful, it's very cute. It's always like a nice present. She can have that on display onto her dressing table, so it's beautiful. And also the scent is like a lot of flowers, but it's lightly scented with mostly violet leaf and violet the flower. So it's quite powdery, It's feminine without being too opulent. So again, is a safe option because it's not too strong, it's quite delicate, so it would suit anyone for as a daytime fragrance, that's for sure. Then a third one that is slightly different. This one is maybe a bit more risky, but I wanted to add it to this list, is Yves Saint Laurent Libra, and this is a new fragrances from last year, yes. And this is something I'm gonna add to my collection very soon, because come on, like guys, like who does an Oriental fougère? No one. Because usually fougères are reserved for men because they smell slightly aftershave-like, a bit aromatic with some lavenders, mint, basil, things like that. And in this one you've got a bit of lavender and a bit of ambery type of like notes. I think it's really soothing but also very very sexy, and I never smelled something like that. I think it's like quite like a good release from Yves Saint Laurent because it's something that really changes you a bit from the usual, but still quite easy. And again, the bottle is very luxurious. It's so cute as a gift. I mean, so lovely. And then a good classic, again, something that works all the time. And why would somebody complain about this fragrance? First of all, been created by Olivier Polch. So I mean, a family, the son of Jacques Polch. So a family of perfumers and genius in perfumery as well, and I'm talking about the scent Flower Bomb from Victorian World. This is a bouquet of flower, exactly like it said, but what is cool with this one is it's not like all those flowers that's gonna attack you and it smells very sweet. It's gonna be very all delicate, nicely balanced, nicely done. You will find some orchid, freesia, jasmine, rose, but there's a little bit like of like bergamot to lift up the fragrance. So it's really like a white flower type of bouquet, but not sweet at all. So very elegant, very charming, very romantic. And I think for a lady that ladylike, romantic, you know, a bit sensitive, that is really nice. And I mean, again, packaging beautiful. I think packaging is important if you want to do a gift, and yeah, always love this fragrance. Another one that is quite easy now and quite recent as well is Buchi Bloom, and Buchi Bloom will be a bit more powdery than the other one. So again, it's a bouquet of flowers, and you've got one of my favorite flowers, which is jasmine, but sambac, and jasmine sambac feels very sunny. So it will be, I think, for a lady, again, much more romantic, more delicate, someone that wants an everyday fragrance being still very feminine but not too much. And you've got some delicate honeysuckle, so I mean, probably like for spring this fragrance would be the best, because it's just like, just the name would tell, it's just like it's blooming. It's really like a bouquet of white flower, a wild flower. So maybe for a lady that is really attached to nature, you know, but still very feminine, I think that can be lovely. Then one of the fragrances that I think is really easy, this will be probably for maybe a bit more mature lady, or a lady that really loves vintage. I am a big fan of anything that is very vintage. I think it's very glamorous. This fragrance is J'adore from Dior. This is like an all-time timeless fragrance. Again, it's a bouquet of flower and a lot of ingredients, like a fruity vibe, woody vibe. It's a profusion of ingredient really, but the smell of it smells really like vintage floral like. So maybe like you know, for your stepmother or mother-in-law, or you know, for a lady that you know is attached to something a bit more vintage and she loves to go to thrift shop and things like that, you know, just like me. Probably she would like that. Again, what is interesting with J'adore is you've got different interpretation of the fragrance. My favorite one is L'Or, because it's the most luxurious one, and the packaging of L'Or. So you've got the little collar on the fragrance, like very Greek style, but it's all in gold. So you have like little thingies in gold inside. So I mean, like, it's proper luxurious. So if you really love that person and you want to make her happy, this is lovely. And I don't know, like, it feels very glamorous. It smells like the 20s. The lady needs to have, I think, like a good character, like if she's a bit like Charlize Theron, you know. But yeah, extremely luxurious, extremely feminine, glamorous. A fragrance that is quite different from this one and that I wanted to add as well is Chloe. It's a fragrance that I think I've bought like at least 3 times, just because it's something very delicate, and it will be usually the people that are buying a Chloe are ladies that always had this one and never changed. It's quite funny, but usually mainly as a general, the ladies that have Chloe is their signature scent. They never change after, because it's a bouquet of light florals, but it's got like a strange signature. It's probably the magnolia. It is slightly powdery. It's not too strong, but it's something that is very intimistic. So I would say for a lady that is a bit more shy, extremely romantic, maybe a bit more delicate, not extravagant at all, you know, very classy, a lady that, you know, in her style probably won't have any big branding on her, but nice pieces, nicely choose, but not like too much. So I feel that could be a really nice fragrance. It's very versatile as well, very like a skin scent. It's just pure love, and this bottle is so beautiful as well. It's very couture like, so that's a safe option as well. And then another fragrance, but probably something a bit more different, always like a bestseller. This one is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. It's been created by Olivier Cresp, so you can trust that. And also this one will be a bit more like a summer fragrance, but also a nice everyday time for a lady maybe that doesn't want a fragrance to be too florals, and it's more, she probably prefer more like a citrusy fragrance, you know, and she didn't have a lot of fragrance in her collection, but you feel she would like something a bit more natural that doesn't smell too feminine, because, you know, have a look at the style as well. If she's like a bit more casual, you know, that can be really lovely, and you've got still a good character in this fragrance, but for daytime it's lovely. And then the last one I wanted to add, and is one of my favorites. This one is a bit more risky, I would say. It's for a lady that had probably like few fragrance before. She know a bit about fragrance, but you want to offer her something quite easy in that way. Would be Narciso Rodriguez for her. I heard a lot of people like on Instagram giving me this fragrance to say, to recommend, and I always think it's such a nice fragrance. And this one is so powdery, literally it smells like baby powder. It's very ambery, very musky, cottony, powdery. So this one is, I would say, for a lady that is very seductive, charming, it's got a good personality, and that knows a bit more about fragrance. If the lady doesn't know too much about fragrances, probably she won't see how good, and she won't know Narciso Rodriguez, which will be maybe a shame. But if she knows a bit about fragrance, she will know this fragrance, and this is usually, it's a good pick. You can't make any mistake, for sure. So I hope you like all these fragrances. I mean, easy designer list to offer to anyone, I would say. Probably not for, I mean, if you ask me which are the fragrances that I will definitely pick in this list, definitely I will take the Libra one, Coco Mademoiselle, that's for sure. Coco Mademoiselle works for everything. And I've got my big soft spot is on Chloe, Narciso Rodriguez, and the Libra. These ones beautiful, and the rest also really pretty. But I mean, we all need safe options sometimes, because you can't imagine how many men comes in a perfumery store and be like, and you're like, how can I help you? And the guy is like, and you can tell that it's really difficult, because fragrances are so subjective, so sometimes you need a safe option. Anyway, I hope you liked it, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye bye now. Saw you on the street.